Let's go ahead and come to the stage. Tony Talks vested up. Let's see. What's up, Vestas? Hey, tonight is going to be easy. I'm not going to keep you that long, but I want to go ahead and talk about what the latest new information about coming out of Boulder, Colorado with Coach Prime Shedeur Sanders. Now I was about to say the Cleveland Browns, because the Colorado Buffalo Pro Day, y'all not going to believe what I saw, what I heard, and it's specifically on what I saw. Hold on, Vestas. Let me go ahead and put these pictures up real quick. Then I'ma let you go. Then I'll let you go, Vestas. We gonna take it nice and easy tonight. I promise you. It's gonna be a different night full of information and talks and everything else. Yo, Vestas. They've been trying to play Coach Prime in the Colorados, Buffalo. We'll talk about it. Let's see who in the room. What's up, SDP 1208? Hey, welcome to Tony Talks Vested Up on Tuesday. What's up, Slim 081? Yes. Oh, there go my Faith. What's up, Faith? How you doing? Faith? Faith. Well, Vesta's already warming up the room. Yes. I had a wonderful day. Peace and love to you too, Sister Vesta. Here we go. There go that meter. Hold on, Vestas. Hold on. Let me go ahead and so y'all can see me tonight, Vestas, because we're gonna talk real nice and slow tonight, because some secrets came out. Some secrets have come out. Let me go ahead and pull up this one video, Vestas. You're not gonna believe what I found out today. Hold on, Vestas. So, first of all, no. First of all, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to these brothers. I want to give a shout out to Unc and BiggDoggChico, because guess what, family? Out of all the media outlets, hold on, let me pull up a thing right here. Out of all the media outlets in the world, only one was allowed to film in Boulder, Colorado today. And guess who that was? BiggDoggChico and Unc. Oh, yes. And that was very telling. Do y'all know what that tells me about Coach Prime and his decision making in 2026? It's totally different from when he got to Colorado 3 years ago. Oh yeah, it's official. The only people that was allowed to film in Boulder, Colorado today was Unc and BiggDoggChico. Very telling. Now, other media was there. Of course, they could take pictures, talk to the players, but only one was allowed in that whole entire, I'm going to say, football arena to film. So shout out to Unc and BiggDoggChico, because Deion Sanders is paying attention to who has been loyal to him in his times when he was up and the times when he was down. Oh, Deion Sanders is different this year. Yes. How you doing? TDP 1421. See, I'm trying to talk so slow. I'm getting out of cadence because I'm normally coming at you real fast. But hey, tonight's gonna be different. We telling secrets tonight. I'm glad you're doing good, Meter Lee. What's up, Miss Tony? What's up, Sal Moore? How you doing, Sal Moore? That's a battle buddy. Hey, Lady of Elegance, how you doing? I'm not gonna keep y'all long, I promise you. But I do want to discuss what I saw today, okay? I'm doing well. Come on. Yeah. He is dissecting every decision that he's making. And we ain't even had the season game yet. Oh, we gonna talk about it. That tells me a lot. Yes, Faith. That says a lot. From Coach Prime, even Coach Prime has, even at his beautiful age of 60 to 63, 65, how old he is, he's still learning life lessons also. You remember when I said in the live, 2 lives ago, maybe last night, when people came in my life, I gave them an A And the only person that could destroy that was them after multiple times of giving them grace and mercy, but not anymore. I start a person off with C, D, maybe E, or they don't even come in my circle. Coach Prime has also adjusted his boundaries. Come on now with it. Come on with it. What's up, Essie? How you doing, Essie? Let me go ahead and tell you exactly what I saw today. Listen, and what I want to go ahead and talk to you about, okay? Vestas. You remember last year, Deion Sanders, they had a very trying time last year in Boulder, right? We know what it was 3-9, 4-9. That was the record, right? Everybody, ooh Lord, some of the blowout games. I mean, remember the blowout games. But guess what, Vestas? As we know, nobody got invited to the combine. No one. 0 players. We've been over the stats before, right? But then I get into the room, right? It was a 4-hour streaming that Unc and Chico did. So I'm looking around in the room. I said, hold on, what? Who are all these people? I said, who are all these people? So I'm watching the chat. I'm looking around in the room. I said, there's a lot of people in here. So you know me, I'm showing love to the channel because I used to follow BiggDoggChico before I even got my channel. So I threw a little super chat up there. And you know, I wanted to know how many teams from the NFL was at Colorado Buffaloes Pro Day. Investors, I want you to guess on how many teams came from the NFL to Coach Prime home to look at those players today. I give you 1 minute to put your numbers, your guess in the chats, because you're not going to believe. You're not going to believe how many teams showed up today for the Colorado Buffaloes Pro Day. Oh, Vestas, you ain't gonna believe it. Go ahead and throw some numbers out there while I upload this other video. You ain't gonna get it right. You ain't gonna get it right, Vestas. You ain't gonna get it right. Let me go ahead and fair use. I'm gonna use a couple of their snippets today from the live screen, but let me see him. Okay. I got some more Vestas in the room. Faith. Yep. Hello, Donna C, Lady of Elegance. Yes. He's 59. Okay, 58. Okay. Even at 58, we're learning life lessons. Okay. 58. Okay. Sorry, Dion. If you see this screen, my bad. My bad. I was just accounting for your wisdom. Okay. I wasn't saying that you was old. What's good? Hit the like button. Yes. They always trying to make an example of Coach Prime. Listen, Faith. I really can't even say that no more. I don't know what they doing, but I know what they doing. Hold on. Let me see. 32. Close. 57. It's only 32 teams, Essie, but good guess. 20. Okay. A little bit more than 20. 36. Nope. Hey, thank you for anybody that participated in the guessing game. Out of 32 teams that is in the NFL, believe it or not, the same man they talked about and laughed about last year, talked about he's losing his team, talked about Coach Prime can't coach no more, Coach Prime can't get players no more, Coach Prime is doing this, Coach Prime ain't doing this right, Coach Prime ain't doing that right. Y'all, believe it or not, forget the media headlines. That's why I said the media is one of the most influential, powerful entities in the world. Out of 32 teams in the NFL, 28 teams was present today at CU Pro Day. Well, Tony talks vested. What you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. Even though they said that Coach Prime can't talk, Coach Prime can't do this, Coach Prime will mess this up, Coach Prime can only coach his son, Coach Prime can't recruit. Those NFL teams were out there looking at his players. They were there in droves. Now, believe it or not, Big Dog, Chico, and Unc even said this, hey, we still got a huge media presence We don't have a Heisman Trophy winner because remember they said, the only reason the Colorado Buffaloes only got that much attention because Travis is there, Shedeur Sanders is there, Shiloh is there, Jimmy Horn is there, all these great players. None of those players were there this year, but they still got 28 or 31 NFL team scouts there looking at those players. Now listen, I don't know who controls what collegiate player gets an invite to the combine. But if it was the 32 I can't believe it was the 32 team that decides on what players get the combine, because if that was the case, no NFL team would be at Colorado Pro Day. And we already know that Coach Prime, right? He doesn't have the pull to pick up the phone and call teams to say, hey, I need to do this because of what happened last year, right? So that means that Coach Prime, that beautiful melanated man up there in Boulder, Colorado, is doing something right. But they don't want the world to know that they actually idolize Coach Prime. They actually know that Coach Prime knows what he's doing up there in those mountains. 38 teams or 32? That means only 4 teams didn't participate in University of Colorado Pro Day. Now, one of those teams definitely is probably not the Raiders, because I think the relationship between Coach Prime and Tom Brady has been severed, okay? And the other 3 teams, let's say the Cleveland Browns, who knows? But only 4 teams didn't show up. Oh, that spoke massive. Coach Prime knows what he's doing, investors. Hold on, let me go to the comments. Come on with it. Come on with it. Ooh, 30. Oh, gosh. 28 teams out of 32 speak volumes. And guess what? The only people that know how many teams was there today, besides the media that was there taking pictures, only one channel was allowed to come in there and scream everything from start to finish. And that was Big Dog, Chico, and Unc. So if you haven't subscribed to their channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, the Pregame Show. And whoever gave me that information last night, thank you so much, because it was a sight to see. Hold on, I'm going to talk about a few players, and then we're going to move on to the latest news regarding Cleveland, and then I'm going to give you back your night. I'm not going to keep you long. Showed their faces last year, and they did his songs like that too. Well, I agree, but Faith, this is what I'm trying to say. They could say they had reasons to be there last year because they had Travis and Shedeur and everybody else and all the hype. They coming off a 9-4 season. But really, why was the NFL there at Coach Prime Pro Day if they didn't see any values in the players? And you know that's not true, because as soon as the season is over, they're going in Coach Prime's backyard. They still in his players. They still in his coaches. Listen, Marshall, what's his name? Falk has left. You already know what they did to Seton. Amarion Miller has gone. So they know that Coach Prime knows what he's doing up there, but they're not going to give him the credit. That's all I'm trying to allude tonight on Tuesday. The 31st of March. They know Coach Prime knows what he's doing, and they want those players. Now, it has been discussed, and it was discussed, and I think I got a clip. I got the clip ready. And fair use. All fair use. The original owner of the content is the Pregame Show with Unc and BiggDoggChico. Hold on. Let me go. Let me see. Hold on. I always say, yes, he has an eye, and he also has talent. They want his players, but they come on, Faith. There you go. You got it, Faith. Yes, you got it. Yes. And guess what? The NFL knows what Coach Prime is doing up there in Boulder. He's doing it right, because that's why when the season ends, they go and pick his pocket. Amarion Miller, the same school that got Jordan Tyson away from Coach, picked him out of his pocket. It's the same school that replaced Jordan Tyson with Amarion Miller. The same school. They know what Coach Prime is doing up there is NFL caliber, but they ain't gonna say that on a global stage or national stage. But the NFL, they would have been dumb not to go back to Boulder this year, even though none of the players went to the combine, to look at Coach Prime players one-on-one, talk to them one-on-one. This is what I do know. After watching the combine, the pro day is basically the same thing. You got the 40s, you got the specialized drills, you got the individual drills. It's basically the same thing. And you also got one-on-ones with the NFL teams. Now, it has already been said that these players may not be choose first round, second round, third round, maybe not even the fifth round. But what they are saying is some of these players will be picked up in the 6, 7, and definitely be undrafted. I'm going to cover a few of them. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Yeah, they should be scared of Dillon. They should be scared of Dillon. And that's why they utilize the media to hurt his recruiting power. But it can't be hurt. Yes, they are. I knew they were trying to shop. Exactly. Okay. I went through those. So here we go. Here's this clip right here. I got 2 clips. Hold on, Vesta. Then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you back your night, Vesta. I just didn't want to hold on to this. I didn't want to hold on to this. I said I got to show the Vestas this. All right, you're gonna hear from you're gonna hear from 2. You're gonna hear from 2. Let me go ahead and turn down this music a little bit lower, Vestas, so you can go ahead. And I'm gonna turn my camera off so you can just focus on these gentlemen on the screen. Let me go ahead and invite him up first. Come on with it.
I think it's just a lot of the guys who obviously popped last year. I think too. A lot of seen from Preston, his movement skills. Ivan's I think showing a lot of good stuff. Keaton's just obviously Kentucky to succeed, like a bit of a specimen, and I think he's shown that a bit. Xavier Hill, he's had some good numbers. So overall, a good day. I think guys are making money out here. So
yeah, I think they changed some minds. I would probably say, Sincere for me has just supported what I believe is going to happen. Right. So, which clearly helps him. But what I've seen from Zay Hill and from Wade, I think they're stock bounced.
Yes, absolutely. 27 teams out here, man. And again, it only takes one. Someone's going to notice. We're going to hear more from these guys, I'm sure, after the draft and all that. And they'll have landing spots, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. You're still going to have quarterbacks and receivers to go. That's kind of linebackers and DBs doing their thing over there now. Mm-hmm. I think Ivan and Preston have also turned some heads today.
Yeah, those guys. Obviously Ivan coming on a bit later last year. With DBs, man, it's just about movement, right? Like it's what's the word? I don't know, like the science of movement. You know what I mean? You kind of just know what you see when you see it from those types of guys, and the way that they're able to flip hips, move fluidly. It's no wonder they were making plays last year. So
one of my daughters, shout out to Alexis, one of my daughter's favorite Coach Prime quotes is they were hooking up players last year for some metric stuff, and Coach said, "Man, I don't need no computer to tell me it's a joker fast."
Yep.
I got eyeball that. You ain't got to put all that stuff on there. I know fast when I see it.
Right. So, and you watch enough combine stuff, and you kind of know what you're looking for in terms of, not necessarily the times and the stats and all that stuff, but kind of like what drills are supposed to look like. Once you get that down, it's a little bit easier to pick them out. But
yeah, and you have to have some balance with it, because let me tell you this, and I know this guy well. Travis Hunter might let you down in the 3-cone drill every day, but my God, can he play football?
Yep.
So you have to be able to just can't take one set of data and let that be the definition of people. And even in some of these numbers, man, this beautiful guide that we have, when you look at, say, a Wade or Ivan's numbers, you also got to go back and look at, how many.
All right, Vesta. So that was a little inside glimpse on what was going on and what was being discussed. Okay. Now he brought up Sincere Brown. Okay. This player here. Let me go ahead and highlight him. Is he here? Here you go. If you see that number 9, if you watch Colorado last year, I don't know where this player came from, and I was surprised that he's a senior. Anyway, of course, he didn't get an invite, but he was the talk of the town last year. All right, let me go ahead and talk about Sincere Brown. So I know I'm going to get his weight right? But it's 2 factors that I'm about to tell you. That when they ended in his 40-yard run time today, according to Unc and BiggDoggChico, when they enter in all the times for all of these players, especially on pro day, the times are nationally publicized, right? For any and everybody that was there and wasn't there. So they saying when Sincere Brown, when he bust at 4.38 in his 40 run time, listen, the combine probably didn't invite him, but trust me, Sincere Brown has popped up on everybody's radar, okay? In the NFL, Sincere Brown, believe it or not, he may steal the show and actually go number 2. Well, Tony, what you talking about? Investors and viewers, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't know nothing about this particular player, Sincere Brown is 6'5". I'm gonna go ahead and say 209 pounds. I'll say that, and he ran a 4.38. Now, you know, I went over the combine, especially for the wide receivers. Now, why is that time important? If you don't know why that one time is important, guess what? If Sincere Brown was invited to the combine this year, Sincere Brown would have been in the top 5 to 7 run times, if not the highest. If not the highest, Vestas. Hold on. Let me go in and get this young man his flowers. Because when he popped that time, trust me, everybody said that Sincere Brown is on all the scouts' radar today. All right. Now, guess what? He wasn't the only one. Hold on. Let me go ahead and look up these top speeds for the combine this year. Because 4.38 is blistering fast. Let me see. 2026. Let's see him. You know how we like to do it. Wide receiver times. Oh, okay. Sincere Brown would have been at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He would have been in the top 10. So, and guess what? Guess how many wide receivers would have been behind him? Vestas. Let's go ahead and get this young man his flowers, who was not invited to the combine. Now, yeah, I know it's just a 40 time. We went over that. That's only one factor. But at that height and at that speed, once he gets separation and once he get a quarterback to give him that ball, you ain't gonna be able to catch him. All right, behind Sincere Brown for this year's combine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25 wide receivers that was invited to the combine that participated in the 40. All right, let's keep moving. All right, so I want you to go into the middle of this picture here. Do you see that young man with that football in his hand? Salter. K-Salt is the one that they call him. Now, why am I bringing up K-Salt? Because Tony talks, ain't nobody been talking about Salt based on what he did at Colorado. But that was only 1 year, and we already know that Pat Schumer had it in for all of these quarterbacks. Because if they had it in for, hold on, let me pause. Let me pause. Hold on. I'm trying not to get hyped tonight. I'm trying to keep it soft tonight. Let me go to the comments, and then I'm gonna start back on K-Salter. Then I ain't gonna hold you. I promise I ain't gonna hold you. Let me find. Oh Lord, y'all been eating up the comments. Okay, hold on. I watched Jimmy Horn. I was like, yes. I think Jimmy Horn. What did he officially ran? He ran a 4.34 last year, 4.32 or 4.35. He was somewhere in there. So think about it. Jimmy Horn is only 5'10", right? Why is Sincere's height so, how can I say it, plays a major factor? Because he's 6'5". So imagine a quarterback throwing that ball up in the air. You got a 5'10" Jimmy Horn, nothing against him. Then you got a Sincere Brown that's red at, side by side. Who's going to catch that ball? Who's going to have more height to go up in vertical jump to get that ball? It's going to be Sincere Brown. What? Taylor Green is 6'5". That's why they want to do that to that young melanated quarterback, because Taylor Green, the Razorback quarterback, he's 6'5" also. He's about 235 pounds, I think, and he ran a 4.35. That's why somebody was trying to insult him, talking about being a wide receiver, and he said no. And I don't blame him, okay? But this is why Sincere Brown has increased his stock. After Hunter, they were locking at Dillon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am, Jimmy Horn fast. Yes, and tough. Yes, he is tall. They know that Coach Prime attracts a lot of talent. Yes, exactly. I hope Bucky filmed it. So this is the thing. I didn't see. I didn't see Bucky out there. Maybe he was, but I didn't see Bucky. And if he was out there, he did not do a live stream, as far as I know of. Yeah. Once he get that separate, Sincere Brown had so many opportunities last year. If he could have just got that ball, Sincere Brown would have made a big difference. And Coach Prime Pro Day is next level. Yeah, they know it. They know it. Vestas, they know it. And they don't like black quarterback. Well, baby, let me tell you one thing. They may not like black quarterbacks and players, but hey, you know the ratio of Coach Prime's team. Most of them are black. And 28 teams was up there in Boulder, Colorado today. So let's go ahead. Let's focus on K Salter. Well, Tony talks vest up. Why are you bringing up K Salter? Come on with it. So before he went to Colorado, they was already saying that K Salter could have been a round 1, round 2 quarterback. Guess what? And based on what happened last year, he still had pretty good numbers now. He still had good numbers, but because of everything that happened and, the quarterback competition and rotating the quarterbacks, and then you also had Pat Schumer up there. Everybody knows he didn't get a fake shake, okay? Now, let me go ahead and pull up his. Oh, y'all. Let me tell you one thing. It's something called the vertical jump, and I hope I got this right. If it's not the vertical jump, yeah, it's the vertical jump because it's definitely not the broad jump. Out of all the players that participated in the Coach Prime CU Pro Day, guess who had the longest jump? It was Salter. The quarterback jumped out the building, and I hope I have the right event. He jumped up 35.5. Tony Talks what? K Salter jumped out the building today with a 35.5, and I wrote vertical, and I hope I caught it right. The quarterback jumped out of CU Arena today with a 35.5. He even jumped higher than Sincere Brown. What? Damn, I just lost the paper too. Hold on. The paper just hit the floor. Hold on, Vestas. I got my notes right here. Hold one. What? What? And y'all already know he fast. K Salter. Okay, so let's talk about the 40. I do remember this from the head because I definitely saw this, right? And guess what? It was a whole lot of other players. They had Yates. They had Hodges. They had, and that paper just hit the floor. They had Barnes. They had J. Brown. They had a Hill. They had a Hughes. They had French. They had Salter. Listen, all of these players was magnificent. I don't care what they say. Whoever participated in the pro day, I'm gonna say easy. 10 of them should have been at the combine this year here. Hold on, let me get my notes, Vestas. Let me get my notes. I'm trying to hold you. I'm trying not to hold you. Okay, hold on right here. Okay, in terms of the broad jump, okay. Oh wow, that thing is on the floor. In terms of the broad jump, Sincere Brown at 6'5", he jumped 6 feet in broad jump. Do you know what K Salter jumped? And we already know this. We just talk about metrics, but it comes into play. Once again, Salter was the leader in that category also. Salter jumped 10 feet, 10.6 feet. Listen, Salter could go in the 5th round. Somebody that they probably thought was going to go undrafted this year, Salter has put on the show. Well, Tony Talks vested up. Well, what was his 40 time? Well, guess what? His first 40 time was 4.71. His second time was 4.69. Now, of course, I love to live in the chats, and I live in the chats in every video that I go and I try to participate live. I try to keep quiet. I promise you, I try to keep quiet. But when I see stupid stuff being said in the comments, I had to show my face today. Somebody had the nerve to say that, oh, these times at Colorado is slow. I said, what? I said, hold on. I said, I had to put my mask off and I had to jump in the chat. I said, listen, I don't know if you watched the combine, but I watched the combine. I said, all of these run times, official run times, are very competitive with the 2026 NFL combine time. I say, you say that Salter is slow with 6.69, and we already know it's about technique. But guess what Georgia's Tech quarterback King ran? If my memory is correct, King ran a 4.66. So if my memory is correct, that means that K Salter was only 0.003 slower than King. What we talking about? And guess what? If Salter, let's say if Salter, would have been invited to the combine, and let's say would have got a coach to get technique, that means Salter would have been faster than. Y'all ain't listening to me tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to keep it quiet. I'm trying not to get excited. But Vestas, everything that I saw at Coach Prime Pro Day today was legit. And guess what? Everybody that was directing everything there, it was NFL certified personnel by the NFL. And let me go back to the Coach. Sincere ran a 4.38. 4.38. Sincere. And let's see. What's up, 420? Perfect timing. Come on now. I ain't see you early. Yeah, 6'5". He ran a 4.38. He's 6'5", and his broad jump was 10 feet. Salter beat him by 0.6, and his vertical jump was about 33. So Salter jumped 2 feet higher, 2.5 feet higher than Cecilia Brown. Good gracious. I didn't even look at Salter height because I was so amazed. I hope Bucky filmed it. I hope so. I was so amazed about Salter. I said, well, good Lord. I didn't even look at his height. Coach Prime Pro Day. Yes. Data. Yes. Wow. Yep. 4.38. Case is very high pressure situation. I'm sure he learned a lot. I did. Yeah. The NFL. Yeah. Do not disqualify him. This young man is like a cream. Yes, he will rise to the top. I'm trying to tell you, Salter would have did so much better if I'm going to say this. If Marion was there last year. Tony talks, why are you talking out the side of your neck? Do you think I'm really talking out the side of the neck? Well, let me go ahead and play this next clip, and you can see why I'm not talking out the side of your neck. Because Uncle Neely, I think that's what his name, Uncle Neely was on it today, okay? K Salter survived. Yes, he did. What's up, Peter? Peter Supernatural. Hey, Donna. Peter Supernatural. All right. What's 320? Hey, what's up, Melly Mail? Okay, let me go ahead and play this clip right here, because I don't want you to think that I'm just making this up. Hey, somebody, it's a black man by the name of Dave Kelly is the one that was interviewed, and watch what he says. Now, even though Colorado had a 3-9, 4-9 year last year, yes, I remember the big blowout games, but it's some things I didn't factor in, but Dave Kelly did. Come on, Dave Kelly. Come on to the stage. Let me go in and turn down this music so y'all can hear everything, Vestas. Come on, Dave Kelly. Let me go blank.
That we lost within 7 points.
Coach, I not only you spot on, I try to drill that point home to our fans, our audience, our haters, whoever, that when, particularly as it relates to these staff changes, right? You bring in an offense coordinator who's averaging 35. You bring in a defensive coordinator who doesn't allow more than 21. If either one of those things took place last year, and it happened to take place at the same time, you're in a bowl game.
Well,
that's how close we were.
Like I said, in 2023, 5 games we lost by 7 points or less. And then this past season, 7 games we went into the fourth quarter within 7 points at some point in time, and we ended up losing all of them.
I think people get dissuaded by those 2 blowout games, and they let those define the season, when the truth is the 7 points or less were the season.
7 point. Well, look at game 1. We going down with about 2 minutes left in the game against Georgia Tech. It's 21-20.
Is place last year, and it happened to take place at the same time. You're in a bowl game.
Well,
that's how close we were.
Like I said, in 2023, 5 games we lost by 7 points or less. And then this past season, 7 games we went into the fourth quarter within 7 points at some point in time, and we ended up losing all of them.
I think people get dissuaded by those 2 blowout games, and they let those define the season. When the truth is, the 7 points or less were the season.
7 point. Well, look at game 1. You know, we going down with about 2 minutes left in the game against Georgia Tech.
Oh, did I mess it up? I hope I didn't mess it
Our
up.
football season would have been totally different.
Preaching.
And to be honest with you, that's the importance of that game again this year. You know, we're going to Atlanta. So many of us are from that area, familiar with it. Coach Prime going back to Atlanta. Brent Key is doing an outstanding job with the Georgia Tech team. So that game again will have that type of impetus. But we're excited about it. We're excited about.
So hold on, Vestas. Let me go ahead and do a recap, Vestas. So did you hear what Dave Kelly said? Dave Kelly said, even though despite the record from last year, despite the record for last year, 7 games that when we entered into the fourth quarter, we was only down 7 points or less, and we lost all those games. So if we would have had Pat Schumer came up with some actually effective plays versus that Manila play calling that he was calling last year, if you watch those games, we actually could have been, instead of 3-9, 4-9, we actually could have been, what were we talking about? 10, oh gosh, y'all do the math. 10-3, 10-4, 11-4, 11-5. Listen, y'all do the math. You know exactly what I'm saying. We would have been at the bowl game. Now, remember in the beginning of the clip, they said that Deion Sanders has brought in Coach Marion, right? He averaged 35 points per game on offense. Now, we won't have Salter this year, and rest in peace, we won't have Ponder, because they said that Ponder was lighting up this year in practice. They said Ponder was getting his feet right. They said Ponder was the leader of the quarterback room, and he was just a walk-on. So we don't have Ponder. So we got Juju Lewis and 2 other players that I'm not familiar with. But if Coach Marion is bringing his skill sets and know how to actually pull the strengths out of these players, there's no telling what we're looking at this year. And if Juju Lewis go ahead and remove all that timidness out of him, and I saw it myself, I already had alluded to it. Deion Sanders had alluded to it. Once he become that strong quarterback that we know he is, you're right. Just like 420 said in the comments, it's about to be dangerous this year. Okay, thank you, 420, 12-6. As 420 said, it's about to be dangerous this year. Okay. Now, he also alluded to the DC that they brought in. They said whoever the DC is, and I didn't catch his name, he only allowed 21 points last year for wherever he's coming from. I like that. So shout out to all of the CU Buffaloes that participated in the pro day today, because guess what? You may have been forgotten before today, but because of what you did today in the showcase, your own individual showcase, hey, I'm going to be looking for all the ones I'm looking for. But also, when it comes to that quarterback room, forget Ty Simpson, forget Mendoza. I'm looking to see what NFL team is going to stumble upon the diamond in the rough when it comes to Taylor Green and K. Salter. We going to put it out there. We definitely going to put it out there, okay? And Yates and French and I didn't know all of these players was even seniors. It was so many. Hodges, Cecile Brown, Xavier Hill, K. Salter, Barnes, Jay Brown, and my other paper fell on the floor. But it was so many of them. So shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to all Coach Prime haters, because the NFL knows exactly who he is. You know why I know? Because they've seen the Jimmy Horn, how they work out in the team, in the Panthers, right? They saw LaJohntay Webster, how he was working out in rookie minicamp and OTAs and regular season. They also BJ Green on how he responded to the pressure down there at Jacksonville. They have even saw how Cam Simmons Craig had responded to the team and the pressure of the NFL. And they say Coach Prime, they ain't gonna tell nobody, but they say Coach Prime knows what he's doing. Let's go back up there to Boulder, but don't tell nobody. 28 teams was there. 28 teams was there today. Shout out Coach Prime. Let me go to the comments, and then I'm gonna go back. 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 And then we're just gonna talk about the Cleveland Browns. And then y'all, because guess what? But shout out Coach Prime. Last year was terrible. They should be better this year. Oh, yes. Yes. And guess what? They said, I think it's the gentleman. I don't want to misspeak, but I may be misspeaking. But I think the DC, I think he was last year line coach. But even Unc said people forgetting that he also worked with Warren Sapp before. And also he got another year under his belt under Warren Sapp. So, hey, I'm just looking forward to it. I ain't counting nobody out. If they talking like this and doing this up there, I'm ready for it. We ready for the challenges. And I be pinging Coach Marion on Twitter. I'm like, we ready for it. I said, this is a CUNT. I got it across my chest and I got a set of investors. I got a community of investors. We're waiting for Colorado to show out this year. I said, them young men better show out this year and you better get them right. I sure do. Hold on. Remember, I told you 2 weeks ago, Shedeur was going back to get, you did. And guess what? I gave you all your flowers last night. I don't know if you was in that chat. See, y'all got me talking loud right now. I gave you all the props. 420. I gave it to you. I gave it to all y'all. Amber Love, everybody that said Diane Walker, Faith, Donna C, everybody. I gave you your props. 420. How you doing? I gave you your props. What's up, Black Media Star? I ain't seen you in a while. We all know the system has it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we definitely know that. Evelyn Underwood. What's up, Evelyn? When Shallow. Listen, I don't know. Listen, we think that notification is going to come out after the NFL draft, okay? What's up, Val? Is that true about... Listen, Coach, if you know something that we don't know, put it out there. In Black Media. What did Black Media say? We all... Oh, has it out for you. Yep. That's fast. Yep. And if you missed it, we already count. If Cecile Brown would have went to the combine, he would have been in the top 10 of all wide receivers. And it would have been 25 wide receivers behind him with slower times. They missed out on Cecile Brown, but guess what? 28 teams came up there to Boulder, Colorado, and they checked them out today. Coach Prime going hard because he's retiring soon. That's right. K. Salter did well. Yes, he did. We already highlighted him, Val. Yeah, he will get drafted. And K. Salter is going to get drafted. And a lot of these other players are going to get drafted. 5th round, 6th round, 7th round, undrafted. And like I said, with undrafted, you actually have more flexibility on what team you want to go to and try out for. So even if they get undrafted, right, all they need is a accepted. I guess that's what they do. You get an accepted undrafted free agent. All they need, that just like Shiloh did. You can go to whatever team. You can pick up that phone and say, "Hey, I want to come out." Hey, as long as they accept you, hey, undrafted free agent, go work your butt off. Barry knows all the brown meat. Barry showing all the brown meat. Yeah. Man, listen, I got some clips. But shout out to Coach Prime and shout out to the Pregame Network for doing what you're doing. The only one allowed in there to stream the whole entire thing. Actually, they was the only entire media source that was allowed to scream. And they said that out of their mouth. Coach Prime said that was the only podcast or media outlet that could scream. So good job, Melanin Men. Good job on the streaming job that you did today. And it's 4 hours. So let me go ahead and put it out there. If you don't know what channel that is, this is the channel. Go out and subscribe. It's 4 hours long. Actually, this is the thumbnail for what they did for Colorado Buffalo Pro Day. So shout out to them young men. I say young men. I call everybody young men. Do y'all really think Shiloh? Yes. Yes, Mel. With all our heart. Yes, Mel. AB Tech. I know. Now tonight, I got a few clips of Todd Monken. Then I'm gonna let you go, Vestas. Old Browns play calling, fake media. Ooh, Vestas, we got something to talk about. Hold on, let me go ahead and change, man. Let me go. Y'all go ahead and have it out in the comments, and let me go ahead and change my videos, because I know y'all probably already heard, but ain't nobody gonna bring it to you like Tony Talks Vested Up. Let me go ahead and bring up one of these clips, because Todd Monken dropped some videos. Some nuggets in the first, I think it was the first 7 minutes. You know how we do it. I'm gonna play the video, but I don't want the audio to be messed up, so I'm gonna run it off my phone.
Yep.
But hold on. Hold on, Vestas. Y'all know how I'm gonna do it. Let me go in and stop it. Turn the volume down. And this may be the right one. But if not, just listen to the audio. Some people need visual in order to follow suit. But hold on. Let's see what Todd Monken is saying. I want to play. Hold on, y'all. I definitely want that other one. How long is this one here? Second player. Oh, y'all, investors, guess what? Okay, this is the one. Investors, guess what? Did y'all know that the Cleveland Browns is going to report next week on April the 7th for unofficial workouts? Did y'all know that, investors? Talk, what you talking about? Hold on one. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Hold on. I didn't know that. Hold on, investors. Hold on. Hold on. Come on, Todd Monken. Where you at, Todd Monken? Here you go, Todd Monken. Okay. Let me go ahead and download this one right here, Vestos. 1 second, Vestos. Let me go ahead and clear the screen so I can go ahead and make room for Todd Monken. Ooh, the nuggets that came out of this. I know y'all saw it before. Let me go ahead and put this other clip up here. Scream, y'all don't only give us so much to work with, so let me change out these videos, Vestos. Come on. Cancel. Let's see him. All right, let me go to the chat real quick while that's downloading. Yes, Mel. Yes, we do. Let's see right here. Old Browns telling. Oh, you unheard it, media. Black Star Media. Where is Dillon Gabriel? Oh, now why Jason Lord ain't dropping those dimes? Hold on, Vestas. This video is coming down 1 second. I'm proud to see you athletes wherever they go. Hey, Andrew Bradford. Okay. Hey, if you new in here, welcome. If not, welcome back, Vesta. Coach, yep, salute. Is non-mandatory. You're right. But I would say if you on the Cleveland Browns, I would highly recommend you to be there. Now they said that the players can be on the field. They can have they can do 10-hour days. In a matter of 3 days, they can't go over 24 hours. But I would highly suggest if you are on the Cleveland Browns, you need to be there. Oh, I believe. Okay. They listen. I hope. Oh, okay. Hold on. I heard. Ooh, Black Media Star. Okay, is it done? Hold on. Let me get that video. And shout out to the Cleveland Browns for putting this out there, and they don't copyright the material. So thank you. Come on with it. You know what? If I can't find it, you know what? Let me just go ahead and play this. Let me go ahead and play this. Let me just go ahead and play this right here. Let's see what Todd Monken got to say at the beginning of the video. Y'all, it's 7 minutes, but trust me, He's gonna drop some dimes. So if you can't stay, make sure you come back and hit replay. Cause Todd Monken said some things today. Hold on. Adrian, I'm doing well. Thank you. Peace and love. Peace and yeah. I believe he wants to be traded. I think so too. Shedeur said if we break. Oh yeah, it's already just to talk on the time. He'll be back. We shall see. All right, let me go ahead and play this right here, Vestas. I'm gonna give you back your night tonight. Hold on, Vestas.
Season program as a head coach. What you take from where you've been before. I think that's where you start with the offseason, and we get an extra non-mandatory mini camp, which will be the week of the draft, which will be great to be able to get on the field with them. So that'll be exciting for us to get started there. But it's really no different. We'll start on April 7th, and phase 1, just get a chance to talk football and get the guys acclimated to the conditioning process. Is that the first day quarterbacks see the playbook? It's the first day that we're able to work with them on the playbook. They have them in possession. They have the ability to look at what we already have, as an offense, yes.
Okay, so this non-mandatory training event, they can look at the playbook, they just can't execute the playbook. So let's just keep this in mind, okay? Keep going.
But we cannot coach them.
What have been like your conversations with the players been like that you've been able to have over the last couple of months? What's been how would you sort of characterize those conversations with the players? I mean, when you've been able to just interact with them in the building, or
it's been fine when they've come through the building, or when we've got a chance to talk to them on the phone or by text message. It's been fine.
Have you been able to talk to Miles?
We've texted back and forth. He has not been in the building as far as I know, so I have not seen him.
So getting to that point, how do you sort of disperse it?
Well, I wouldn't say they're going to be evenly dispersed, but we'll definitely disperse them to give ourselves a chance to at least evaluate who we have on the roster, whoever that might be.
Okay, so let me stop here. If you didn't understand the question, and it's very low sometimes when they ask these questions, but somebody asks, will all of the first team reps be divided against all of the players? And of course, they asking about the quarterback because, we already know that Shedeur Sanders didn't get any first team reps last year. So this is what Coach Monken is responding to. Okay, so this is his answer.
Go through the offseason.
I know you said ideally you would like to go into training camp, like knowing who the starter is, but is that realistic, especially given like Deshaun is a player who hasn't really played live game reps in almost 2 years now?
Well, you'd love to be able to come out of the spring with a depth chart. That doesn't mean there's still not competition, but I do think you have to narrow the reps, or at least balance up the rep who you anticipate spring. Certainly in a position to get started.
How does one quarterback take the lead prior to training?
By their play. Every day. I think every player does that throughout the offseason. Not only do they learn the system, but obviously there's got to be some competition in terms of what you do for the betterment of 8 weeks, because 2 of the weeks you're not even on the field, but the other 8 weeks, what you see on an everyday basis. Again, it's just a small sample size because we don't have pads on.
So it's mostly a mental competition?
Some of it can be that way, but obviously when you get into OTAs or you get into mini camp, there is competition that takes place within the rules. So I think you'll have a better idea of each position, what their play looks like, and then you take that into training camp, which is the closest thing you'll have to playing games.
When you evaluate draft quarterbacks, do you like to work them out? Do you feel like you get enough interviews?
I think working quarterbacks out is a piece of that. I wouldn't say that's obviously the most important piece of any player's their film. What they do either in the NFL when you're looking at free agents or in the draft, what they've done at the college level. I think workouts can be deceiving, good or bad.
Obviously, you guys had met with Todd, you guys had a relationship with Todd.
You have a quarterback that only has minimal starts in college, whether it's in school, versus that factor, how much do you weigh that into?
So basically, sets a question right here. They're trying to allude to Ty Simpson. We already know that people are talking about the Browns are still interested in Ty Simpson. This is just nonsense type of question, but I just got to play it so I can get to that spot I want to get to.
It's weight, it's a factor. When you are evaluating quarterbacks, how much you take into account how the other 10 guys in the huddle or the other guys they work with respond to them? That's a part of it. That's a big part of it. Players being able to have a belief in whoever that player is. That's a huge part of it. But ultimately, it's what the play.
How much with this specific draft class, you recruited a lot of these guys while you were at Georgia, whether it was Ty or Garrett or Cade. How much does that benefit you in terms of pre-established relationships with some of the guys as you're evaluating?
Some, but that people change over 3 or 4 years.
Ty Simpson.
I really haven't looked at much film from the past of Deshaun. I know he's going to be part of the roster, and I know he's played at an elite level in the past. And we're excited to get to work with him. I know he's excited about getting back here and getting to work.
So let me pause right there. To the Cleveland media that hates that Deshaun Watson is still on the roster, Todd Monken, did you just hear what the head coach said? He can't wait to start working with him. So for everyone that has decided to, let's say, shift their negative attention from Shedeur to Deshaun Watson because they already see the writing on the wall for Shedeur Sanders and they feel like they got to tear down somebody else. Listen, coach has spoke so much highly regarding Deshaun Watson in this interview. I think the video is 38 minutes long, and I'm not gonna play all 30 minutes, so don't stress, Vestas. But he spoke so highly of Deshaun Watson, and he's gonna give him a fair shot. So Cleveland media, I know you're already recovering because that Shedeur Sanders got his jersey back yesterday, but guess what? You got to contend with Shedeur and Deshaun this year on the roster. QB1 and QB2 in that order. Okay, let me go ahead and finish playing this.
You spoke about wanting to really empower Lamar Jackson at the line of scrimmage and really give him that full autonomy. As you start to evaluate these quarterbacks, are you approaching with the same mindset that you want to give them full autonomy at the line of scrimmage? Is that kind of playing in the quarterback competition this season?
Sure. I think the more you empower any player, any person, gives you the optimal opportunity to get the most out of them. The more you empower somebody. And that just happens to be the quarterback position.
What's been your first impressions of Shedeur, and how do you evaluate him in the quarterback competition?
Well, it's too early to really evaluate him, other than it's been great that he's been in the building. It's refreshing to see a player that recognizes where he's at and where he wants to get to.
And Gabriel hasn't been in the building.
As far as I know, he has not. I have not seen Dillon yet.
Hold on, Vestas. So hey, somebody had already alluded to it. So if you didn't know, if the audio, if you can't hear it, been in the building most of the winter. We're talking about even after Captain Stefanski left and before Todd Monken got hired, Shedeur Sanders was in the building multiple times. Jimmy Haslam has went on record and said, and I don't have that clip, but he even said he's went into the building early and Shedeur Sanders was already in the building. Well, why Jason is not reporting on that if he has inside sources in the building? They said Shedeur Sanders was multiple times in the building, and Jason Lloyd didn't know that. And why Jason Lloyd hasn't reported on that Dillon Gabriel haven't had even the audacity to fly to Cleveland to see the head coach? Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, Dillon Gabriel is not obligated. He's not obligated. You're right. But Shedeur Sanders wasn't obligated also, not even once or twice, to work so much in the off season to go out to the building when he got called back from Pro Bowl to go see Todd Monken and see. I think Todd Monken said he sees so much Shedeur Sanders on a weekly basis, multiple times. So yeah, Dillon Gabriel is not obligated. But if you was in Dillon Gabriel's situation, wouldn't you at least want to go see the new head coach and talk to him one-on-one? Get a feeling on, hey, how do you see utilizing me this year, coach? If you cared about your job, if you cared about your NFL rookie season, second year rookie season, if you care about your stats, that's what any employee does, especially when you got new management. Am I talking to myself, Vestas? Or who knows? Dillon Gabriel, you know why he mad? Dillon Gabriel is so upset on how he was utilized and abused by Kevin Stefanski. He done lost his mind. He didn't even, now Miles, yeah, I can see he's a defensive player, but Monken even said he done had conversations with Myles Garrett, but he said he ain't never seen Dillon Gabriel not once. Good gracious. Never supported Shedeur. I missed that comment. Do you think DG was properly developed last year? No, I don't. If you ask me the question, no. But I think Kevin Stefanski had his head and ego filled up so big, he felt like he didn't need to be. That's what I'm thinking. And when he got concussed and he actually saw Shedeur Sanders out on that field, making plays, doing everything with the O-lines, the threes and the fours, and remember, Shedeur Sanders' QRB rating went down because Shedeur Sanders didn't even have the weapons that Dillon Gabriel had. Dillon Gabriel is not blind. He know that he doesn't qualify. He know Dillon Gabriel probably went into this situation thinking that he was truly better than Shedeur Sanders. And when he saw Shedeur Sanders out on that field doing that, no wonder he didn't show his face again. He doesn't compare. Kevin Stefanski is the one blew his head up. If Dillon Gabriel don't show, oh, you're right, coach. When I heard April 7th, because I was thinking May after the NFL draft, but yeah, if Dillon don't show up next week, damn, he don't even want to work out. He don't want to do nothing. I think Shedeur is on a mission. You know that. I think that when Dominique Ponder, yes. And you know what? He'll probably dedicate this year to Ponder. The fact that, come on. Listen, I went back and looked at the years that Kevin Stefanski won Coach of the Year. One of those years was 2020. We already know what happened globally. That particular, a lot of players probably decided to sit out, not take the you know what. And so, yeah, Coach Comanche probably won only because of technicalities and because other teams probably didn't play. You know, a lot of players probably didn't show up. Was it that year that the practice squad players was playing? Or am I thinking of another situation? So he won that year, and he also won the year of 2023 when Alex Van Pelt, his last year with the Cleveland Browns, they brought in Joe Flacco and they went 11-6. So Kevin Stefanski, are you really going to hold your hat on Coach of the Year by the Associated Press? Because I wouldn't. But hey, I'm not Kevin Stefanski. But besides that, if they allow for him to put Pro Bowl or Shedeur Sanders Pro Bowl on his resume, that'll be the only positive thing about his resume. Stefanski said, yes. Do y'all see why I say that Kevin, that's that young man up? Let me go ahead and play this other little clip. It's not as long, but let me go ahead and play this clip. Let's see what this clip is talking about. Let me go ahead and turn down this volume. Let me turn off this music. Let's see what he's talking about in this clip here. Which one is this? Well, hot dang, Velsters. That's actually the clip I just played. But let me go ahead and play this. This is a smaller one. I think this is when he's talking about. Let's see what he's talking about on this clip.
The elephant up there as well.
Todd, given like the different stops you've had in college and the NFL, what's maybe like your philosophy on building out the wide receiver rooms and the skill sets and what you're looking for in that room?
Well, I mean, it's real simple. Big, fast, physical, ball skills, run after catch. I mean, of course. That's what everybody's looking for. But I do think, like any position, you're looking for a player that, what is their elite trait? How can you continue to develop and round out the rest of their game? And how does it fit into what you want to do offensively?
Todd, when you look at this, specifically this tackle group, and sort of peruse it, do you see a relative lack of guys that are true left tackles in it comparative to maybe some others? Because it seems like a lot of the top guys are right tackles who they're talking about flipping to the other side. Do you believe that to be the case?
Haven't drilled down that far into position specific. We've looked at all of the players, have a pretty good idea of where we have them stacked. Andrew will have to speak more on that. But I think there's excellent depth in the O-line room. And in some ways, left tackle and right tackle, sure, it's important, the left tackle with a right-handed quarterback, but I know this, when TJ Watt lines up on the right side, you'd feel a lot better if you had a really good right tackle. When we were playing Miles and he jumps over there, we weren't going to jump Ronnie Stanley over there, so you really need two tackles. Certainly the left side is critical.
Where do you envision Elton Jenkins ending up on your line? Is he like a chess?
Haven't gotten there yet. Certainly we'd love for him to play guard, but he does give us the flexibility to play him at center, depending on how the draft and our roster shakes out as we get closer to the season. But I love his flexibility.
Look at that Mary Kay.
Give me that again.
That lady crazy.
Not at the facility. Not the first 2 weeks. Still can't throw at the facility. Well, I shouldn't say that. First 2 weeks they can. We just can't be on the field with them. Then after that, we'll be on the field with them. You'll gauge a little bit of where they're at from a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint, but until you actually get into phase 3 or the other mini camp we have that's not mandatory, you really don't understand yet, or you're not getting to really drilling down into where they're at. And then the final piece, then training camp in the preseason.
So that mini camp the week of draft,
Yes.
3 days?
It's 3 days, yes. Just like a mandatory mini camp, it's obviously voluntary. But you can, the time is the exact same. They can be there for 10 hours, up to 10 hours a day, 24 hours, over 3 days. You can practice. You just don't have the difference is normally when you run your other mini camp, you have all the rookies. You have the players that have to be there. So we're probably looking at anywhere from 45 to 50 players. So rep-wise, you certainly can't rep like you would in mandatory.
You can rep 7-on-7.
Everything you can rep just like.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. This is why I highly recommend Dillon and Gabriel to be there, because they keep bringing up the same question about how the reps are going to be divided. My question is to Cleveland Browns: why is it such an issue this year when it wasn't an issue last year? Because we already know that Shedeur Sanders got the end of the stick. So why is everybody, especially Mary Kay Cabot, why is she always harping on how these reps are going to be divided? Listen, let me tell you one thing. He already said it's based off what they do on the field, talent, and also what they do off the field. If they see Shedeur Sanders in the building, out of most of those 3 quarterbacks, if they already saw Deshaun Watson in the building, and they haven't seen Dillon Gabriel not one time working in the building on off season, and I'm gonna go somewhere with that. I know what y'all thinking. I know what some of y'all Shedeur Sanders haters may be thinking. Why do you think that they would give Dillon Gabriel the same amount of reps they would give Shedeur Sanders when he's not putting in any reps? Well, why do I bring that up? Well, remember last year, Shedeur Sanders wasn't getting the first team reps. So Shedeur Sanders, he was on the practice field. He was throwing the ball to trash cans, maintenance personnel, equipment personnel. He also was caught at other high schools working with those students. He was caught at some colleges working at other students. So somebody could say, well, Dillon Gabriel doesn't have the right to be there. He don't have to be there. He's not obligated to be there. He can be working out in other places. You are so right. But guess what Todd Monken is going to go off on? If Dillon Gabriel don't show up next week in a voluntary situation, that's going to be telling, okay? Even though Shedeur Sanders was practicing off of Berea or wherever they practice at, we still had footage of Shedeur working out. We still had footage of Shedeur Sanders working out. So Dillon Gabriel, for whatever reason, we don't know if he's working out or not. But if he definitely doesn't show up next week, that's telling. If he doesn't show up the week of the draft, that's telling. It's just telling. Who doesn't meet the coach? Coach Monken even said, well, yeah, I haven't seen Dillon Gabriel because he's not obligated to be here, but he did pick up the phone and I have had a conversation with him because he said about Myles Garrett. He didn't say nothing about Dillon Gabriel. Let's see, this thing almost finished. I'm trying not to get upset. I'm trying to, and then I'll let y'all go, Vestas. I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. Let this thing about 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna let y'all go.
First time when you get them and you do all this stuff, how do you divide the rep to the quarterbacks? Maybe you can see it that way. Going back to class tackles, especially there's always been a period of this for a guy, maybe a right tackle. Where do you sort of stand on that, or some challenges that
I would just say it's our job to make any player feel comfortable wherever we put them. Certainly a player is going to feel more comfortable where they played the majority of their snaps, either at the collegiate level or the NFL level. But certainly it's our job to, I just read the other day that Sewell is going to be moved to left tackle, right? I would never want to say that about a coach or a player.
Todd, you said that the reps aren't going to be divided evenly, so I assume like somebody's going to get more reps without, looking at Deshaun's prior film or knowing how they fit your offense. How do you decide who is kind of tentatively to start?
By basically what we've seen in the past and where the year ended last year.
Woo woo. I forgot about that. Did you also hear what he said? It will be also factored in on how they ended last year. Now, who ended the Cleveland Browns 2025 season? It was Shedeur Sanders. Even on a win, the Battle of Ohio, he won against the Cincinnati Bengals. Todd Monken is these people crazy up here. Come on.
At least on a daily basis.
These people crazy. They crazy.
It's not ideal. I was at Georgia. I think we had a 4 or 5 way competition my first year there, the COVID year, and that was not ideal.
Oh, babe, let me tell you one thing. If y'all could have saw Todd Monken in that face when Mary Kay asked him that question, it's like he smelled a boo-boo. The way that he was scrunching up his face, Listen, y'all got to watch that if you haven't watched that video. The way he was looking at Mary Kay and scrunched up his face, he already said 3 or 4 times the rev up his face at Mary Kay and turned his head. Vesta, listen, I'm going to cut that up. And I'll make a video, just a regular video tomorrow, and put that out there and say, Mary Kay, leave this man alone. I'm going to about these reps. He's fed up with Mary Kay. Oh, his face was like a piece of paper balled up, and then he turned his head and looked another way. Mary Kay, read the room. Golly, that man tired of Mary Kay.
question. We're working for Kirby Smart. Let's just put it that way.
Hold on, Master. This is the last one. It's only 1 minute. Oh, it's not on his phone. Hold on. It's only 1 minute. Somebody asked him about Lamar. He basically said, well, now leaving Lamar Jackson coming to Shedeur Sanders, is Lamar Jackson your baseline for Shedeur Sanders? This right here is his opinion, and it's only 1 minute. 2 minutes.
Had a huge hand in the run game. So when I got there, Joe Dillon, who's passed away since then, he did more of the protection.
No, not that one. Not.
What does it really take to install QB draw? Draw's already in. If you're running split zone and you're blocking the end, what does it really take to avoid the end and block the alley? It's just another piece of your offense that allows for a mobile quarterback to get on the perimeter. There's other aspects of that when you have a player like Lamar that you can take advantage of and be a little bit more extreme than you are with other quarterbacks, but for the most part, it doesn't change.
As you look at coaching Lamar, kind of now skewed, but when you look at a quarterback, or do you sort of have to factor in, look, I'm not, that you take that into account as you're evaluating other.
I really don't overthink it that much. We didn't know Lamar when we got there, or I didn't. And you evolve as you go. What we started off with Lamar when I first got there, in the end, wasn't drastically different, but it was different. I don't know the quarterbacks we have now, other than what I've seen, and we really didn't know Lamar, and that's your job as a coach, to evolve and build a system that fits the quarterbacks you have.
Todd, just
he's a little like Brock Bowers in the fact that.
Yeah, I don't know what player he's about to talk about, but did you hear what he said? He basically said Lamar is the Baltimore Ravens quarterback. He's a coach. He's a real coach. He's going to assess all three quarterbacks, even when Dillon Gabriel shows up to Berea. He's going to assess their strengths and their weaknesses, and he's going to build around them. Versus somebody like Kevin Stefanski already got his playbook written in stone, and he wants these quarterbacks to fit his playbook. Todd Monken. I'm so excited to see what plays and schemes he came up with. Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and if it gets down to Dillon Gabriel. But come on, Todd. Now, the other piece to that, in this video, 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, 2-minute videos. This is the OC. He's about to talk about Travis, someone that was in Baltimore Ravens with him that he hired, second hire when he came on board. And then he's going to speak to Travis' strengths.
Had a huge hand in the run game. So when I got there, Joe Dillon who's passed away since then. He did more of the protections. When I interviewed Travis to decide whether to just keep him on the staff, he went through the run game and absolutely killed it. And our job was to mix, blend what Iper did well. And ever since then, he's just grown leaps and bounds in all aspects of his coaching. Not just run game, dealing with players, pass game, overall thoughts, philosophically how to attack people. We wouldn't have had the success we had in Baltimore without him.
All right, we got to wrap soon. Jimmy said yesterday.
And that's what he said about Travis. That's why he hired Travis from the Baltimore Ravens. So listen, this year right here, we already know it's going to be spectacular. Shedeur Sanders. We got that old line. We finna get some weapons in the next 3 weeks during the draft. And now, Todd Monken coming here with Travis. Travis is about to do some things. All right, let me go ahead into the comments, and I'm going to give you back your night vestals. This is going to be one of the shortest lives ever on Tony Talks Vested Up. But guess what? We got the point. We got the point. Uh-huh. All right. Now, Coach CJ888, listen, we don't agree with you. All right. Okay. He says, Shedeur Sanders just had back soreness, which is true. Okay. But Kevin wouldn't intentionally call Shedeur Sanders. No, we totally disagree. We disagree. I definitely disagree with that. He's not that mad. Yes, the hell he is. Why do I say that? And I wish I clipped that up. Somebody asked Kevin Stefanski. Hold on. Somebody asked Kevin Stefanski. It's not a clip, but I'm going to read it. But I want to put it up here too. Somebody asked Kevin Stefanski, because I was reading this today doing work. And matter of fact, hold on. I got time to throw it up here. Somebody asked Kevin Stefanski reveals his biggest regrets with the Browns. If you haven't seen this, give me 1 second. It's not a video, but I'm definitely going to throw this up on the screen because I want you to see who Kevin Stefanski is. We have already brought down Kevin Stefanski in the last 3 to 4 lives. We already know this man is evil. We already know that he is malicious. We already know a lot about Kevin Stefanski. We already know about his weaknesses. The only strength that he has, he did choose Alice Van Pelt to come to Atlanta with him. That's his only weaknesses. That's his only strength. Hold on. Let me listen. I'm gonna share the Vestas what Mr. Kevin Stefanski said today when it was asked what was his biggest regrets at Cleveland, and y'all finna be floored about what this man just said. Okay, they already moved over. Let me go in and download these and transfer these over because this is what Kevin Stefanski and Coach CJ888. You better not be the other one with a different profile over here, okay, Coach? Because I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said it, but maybe you are your own individual, and maybe you do believe that, but we definitely don't believe that over here. Let me go ahead and throw these pictures on up here. Let me show you what Kevin Stefanski said recently about his tenure at Cleveland. At Cleveland as the Cleveland Brown head coach, Vestas. This is the headline. Let me go ahead and pull up the second. This is the headline, Vestas. Let me, hold on. Let me resize this because I want y'all to see this one. Y'all see that headline? Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull over this other one. I don't want to read it. I want y'all to read this for yourself. Hold on, investors. Let me stop that from showing. Let me go back to this one. All right. Do y'all see the date on this right here? This is today's date. If my eyes is correct, this is today's date with the day's career. I'm going to say year. March 31st, 2026. This is an article from today. Kevin Stefanski reveals his biggest regrets with the Browns. Kevin Stefanski could look back at his time as head coach of the Cleveland Browns and come up with a something long list of things that he would have did different. That's at the bottom. Hold on. Let me see. Let me take off this. Do y'all see? It's kind of like this. I cut it off wrong, but let's continue. Let's continue, Vestas. He continues to go on and say, hold on. For those that are driving, I'm finna read this. Okay, here you go. Despite a fair share of off-field drama as well, I don't know what he's talking about. They can't be talking about Shedeur Sanders. Okay, Stefanski said his biggest regret is simply that the Browns never managed to win a Super Bowl while he was there. Who is this man fooling? It's more to this, but who is this man fooling? You couldn't even win a playoff game. You couldn't even win a winning record, Kevin Stefanski. You couldn't even win, I think, besides the year with Joe Flacco. Shedeur Sanders, 5-12 was your next highest winning record. Okay, what are you talking about, a Super Bowl? Who you fooling, Kevin Stefanski? Let's keep going. This is what this man says. He says, no regrets. Stefanski said, the only regret I said, like I said, we're competitors, and any team you're on, you want to win and be the last team standing, and we didn't accomplish that. That's my regret and something all of us can take with us. I certainly do that. I certainly take that with me and my desire to do better. That man didn't even say that he regret. He didn't even say he regret losing his job with the Cleveland Browns. He regret the way how everything happened last year. He didn't even say he regret how the public has a perception about him. The only thing this man said he regretted was he regret they didn't win the Super Bowl. Kevin Stefanski, you can't get to the Super Bowl if you don't win games. You can't go to the Super Bowl if the points that you score every year is 31st of 32 teams. You barely got out of 17 points last year. And the only quarterback that got you out of a 17-point game is Shedeur Sanders. And you didn't even know how to handle that. Kevin, that was his only regret, y'all. And y'all see now why I call Kevin Stefanski a narcissistic. So yes, he's very malicious. Let me go ahead and get that fool off my screen. Let's see him. Where was I? And then I'm gonna let y'all go best. Let me go and finish reading these chats. So, Coach, yes, I think he did set up Shedeur Sanders to get injured. But what he didn't count on Shedeur Sanders to be as fast as he was, and he was able to scramble, and get to that sideline, and eventually know how to slide. Like Dillon said, it's okay to get down, Shedeur. It's okay to get down. Coach M not trying. Yeah, come on now, Coach. What's up, Amber Love? DJ probably think he's going to get cut. Well, guess what, Amber? If DJ feels that could be a possibility, wouldn't you be doing everything in your power to not make that happen by trying to interact with the coach? Have at least pick up the phone. How you doing, Coach? Hey, I'm excited to see you. I'll be there April 7th. Only thing Todd Monken said about Dillon Gabriel, I haven't seen him not once in the building. That's not you the head coach. That's just like what Baltimore did to Max Crosby. They invited him up there to the physical. Max Crosby didn't even get to see the head coach until the end of the day and never got to see the GM. That was writing on the wall. So Dillon Gabriel does not want to be a Cleveland Browns quarterback because Kevin Stefanski is not there. And now that he's not even Atlanta with Kevin Stefanski, I would not be surprised if Dillon Gabriel just says, leave me on the coach or put me on the practice squad. The only reason Dillon Gabriel is in the NFL is because Kevin Stefanski. Remember, he was only deemed to go maybe 6 or 7 or undrafted. Dillon Gabriel don't want to be in the NFL without Kevin Stefanski, because I at least was giving him the benefit of the doubt. Is working out, somewhere. I at least thought he would have picked up the phone and called coach and went to the building, even though it wouldn't publicize a videotape. Oh, Amber Love in the house. Yeah. Evil has no limit. It has many faces. Smiling faces. Amber Love. Let's see him. Donna Sue, absolutely. Facts, Val. If she's still in here. Quarterback. SS2. What? SS2. Shedeur Sanders. QB1. And Deshaun Watson. So let me go ahead and put that out about Deshaun Watson. I was actually giving him the benefit of the doubt, but it was on Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco show last night, nightcap, when they was discussing Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. I thought at least Deshaun Watson played 2 years ago. They said 5 years that Deshaun Watson has been a Cleveland Brown. He has only played 19 games out of 5 years. We're talking about so much rust. What? Deshaun Watson, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt as being QB3, 2. Now, he ain't played 19 games in 5 years. Deshaun Watson may actually be competing with Dillon Gabriel for QB2. No wonder they may be talking about bringing in another fourth quarterback, because they know Dillon Gabriel is not it, and Deshaun Watson is rusty. What? If there's 17 games times 5, and if my math is right, we're talking about roughly about 82 games. We're gonna say 82 games in 5 years. Let me check my math. Okay, I love to get my numbers right. 17 times 5, 85 games. And if Deshaun Watson only played 19 games, he's only played 22% of the games on his contract vessels. It's gonna be a QB competition between Deshaun Watson and Dillon Gabriel. 22% of game in 5 years. He rusty Vestas. He rusty Vestas. We know they're crazy. He's rusty. Dillon Gabriel may even because Deshaun Watson still got. But y'all know what I'm saying though. I thought Deshaun Watson, at least even before he got hurt, was playing. He only played 19 games out of 5 years. What? What? No wonder they're talking about getting another fourth quarterback on the roster. Not because of so looking at those figures, right, and the math and the numbers. When they're talking about bringing a fourth quarterback, if they really going to pursue that, right? And guess what? I would love to see K Salter, because K Salter can actually come in and get QB2. Now, would I want 3 black quarterbacks on the same team? No. But listen to my logic. That means K Salter, he would be the Dillon Gabriel and Deshaun Watson, because K Salter has how many under his belt? He still has fresh legs. And the way that he showcased his skills at CU Pro Day today, he could come out and beat Deshaun Watson. Easy. 19 games, and K Salter got the legs. He's much younger, and he can throw. What are we talking about, Vestas? I hope y'all understand my logic. Mary Kay need to be counseled about. No, the way that he looked at her, she's already counseled. That man looked like he despised that lady already. It'll be interesting to see how Todd evaluates season. Yeah, he's going to keep it real. I will give you that. He definitely going to keep it real. Kent City, Robert to Atlanta. Shout out to What She Said Sports. The way that she broke it down. Shout out to What She Said Sports. What's up, Blind Beauty? Is big time. Amber Love. Coach trying to extend benefits of doubt. Nah, you're right. Too much. Come on now. Come on. Exactly. Come on. That's right. Hot take, Tony. What's up, Maria S12? Hey, are you gonna change your name now since he's not 12 no more? Are you gonna change it to 2? It's just a question. DG will be traded. If I heard right, and Todd Monken hasn't heard from DG yet, he's out of there. I would listen. If I was the head coach, I would be offended. That's the only thing that Todd Monken didn't say. And if you go back and read his body language like we all do, Todd Monken, he was not a happy camper when he made that statement about Dillon Gabriel hasn't been in that building once. And he didn't even say that Dillon Gabriel has reached out to him to call him. Todd Monken has an issue with that. But we shall see if Dillon Gabriel pops up in the building now, if he reports this weekend now, especially if he reports on this 7th, which is what? Next Tuesday? We should out of there. I wouldn't trust D. Listen, DG better go some way. Listen, if it's not Kevin Stefanski's yellow generic play calling schemes, he may not even be able to interpret what Todd Monken's playbook is. But we shall see. He'll give it together. You know what? Hold on, you're right, because we do play Atlanta this year. DG better go down and sit somewhere. How you doing, Maria? How Maria? Yes. I've been in the background laughing. I enjoy it. I've been trying to be quiet tonight. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. Kevin, please. Super Bowl. Yeah, Amber. The nerve. I told you he was narcissistic. That is really a mental issue. Kevin Stefanski has impacted the Cleveland media. They done picked up some of those characteristics and symptoms and diagnosis. I wasn't playing when I said that the Cleveland media needs to have some pharmaceutical drugs. Them people really got mental issues. And Kevin Stefanski rubbed off on them. And now I feel bad for Atlanta. Please, Atlanta. Please, beat writers. Please don't fall into Kevin's trap. Please don't fall into Kevin's trap. They don't know if this up or down, left or right, south or north. Come on, please, Atlanta. Please don't let Kevin infect you with his narcissism. I know he lying. Don't see what you say. Don't see. Don't see. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hold on. Did you get traded? Okay. Did you get traded and they would draft a development quarterback? But who wants DG? Nobody's calling for DG. Because if that was the case, DG would at least came to the building and had to talk to Todd Monken, Andrew Berry, and Jimmy Haslam just to get a feel of it. Or they at least, if that was the case, Todd Monken would have said, yes, at least I've had a conversation regarding DG, regarding a question or just to get a feel of his personality or something. No team is calling for Dillon Gabriel. He averaged 4.9 in the NFL. Oh, okay. I'll be interested to see what version of me too. And guess what now? He's also older. Nothing against Deshaun Watson, but now I see why they're probably looking for when they say a younger quarterback. Remember we did the age comparison? Shedeur Sanders just turned 24, so that means he was just 23 in January. Ty Simpson is 23. When they're not going to Ty Simpson route, but it would be nice if they do get a quarterback, 6th round, 7th round, undrafted, just to have, because Deshaun Watson is what? Dillon Gabriel is not it, so we're not even considered. But Deshaun Watson in his 30s. Now, quarterbacks do have a long longevity in the NFL. So look at Tom Brady, look at Aaron Rodgers. Deshaun Watson is definitely going to be picked up by another team next year, right? So I'm not saying that. But if they want a younger caliber quarterback, because Dillon Gabriel is not it. So I'm not saying that the younger quarterback will replace, well, maybe he could replace Deshaun Watson because of his age, but they definitely going to replace Dillon Gabriel. Let's see, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. Age. Let's see. He's 30 years old, man. He's 30 years old. And he has had 3 ACL tears. Ouch. 3, just like Michael Penix, 3 ACL tears. Ouch. So G. Bush said Deshaun start running and doing calisthenics again. Right. Just like Todd Monken said. And I do believe that. I've seen the videos. But just like Todd Monken said, sometimes training sessions can be an advantage or disadvantage. Being out there by yourself on that field, and everybody is saying this across the NFL. This is not my theory. This is not my logic. Even Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, Debo, and Joe said, yeah, you out there with one person, yeah, you're going to look good on highlights. It's what you do when you're practicing on the field with 7-7 or, real true practice. What are you going to look like then when your ankle may go one way and your body goes another one? If you one-on-one, you can actually stabilize yourself to look good on tape. We shall see, Vestas. We shall see. DG not want to run. See, I just said it. You're right, coach. He's going to be scared how he go twist. What if he twists wrong? It's over again. It's over again. 12 is my birthday. That's right. Aquarius. That's right, Maria. I had it on my name for years. Okay, not just for the nephew. That's right. Can you imagine Shedeur Sanders did what DG did? No. And guess what, coach? And all the other Vestas. Jason Lloyd didn't know this about Shedeur Sanders or DG, but he came up with fake narratives just to make Shedeur Sanders look bad. So if this was let's say if it was reversed, they would be eating Shedeur Sanders up if Todd Monken had said, yes, I've seen Dillon Gabriel multiple times in the building, but I haven't seen Shedeur Sanders. Oh, this would have been, ooh, man, we wouldn't be able to fight nobody. Online, in the streets, around the corner, we wouldn't be able to say nothing, Vestas. But do you hear this? Farewell to 12. Y'all Aquarius are bad. DG can always get a job as a makeup guy. You know what? Listen, no, I haven't. No, I have not watched that. I don't know it. No, I haven't. No. Blind Beauty. Woo, y'all going in on DG. Listen, they sure is. I'm just saying that. Kevin Squishy is definitely drafting GG. He ain't gonna never. Okay, I just said that. I took the words out of your mouth. He ain't gonna never admit that. But you know what? No, I think Kevin Stefanski knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He didn't care if they won. He just didn't want Shedeur Sanders out on that field. I don't think he has any regrets on Dillon Gabriel, because he would have said, you know what, humbly, now seeing all of my errors, I wish I could have repeat 2025 and got it right. That man knew exactly what he was doing. He's a narcissist. agent is hiding from him. I'm sure he told him. I'm curious. What's up, Black Down 08? Exactly what Shedeur tried to help him. Yeah, he shrugged. Yeah, I ain't like that, man. I ain't like that. Yeah, coach is going to be a good backup. DJ Garbiel look like cousins. I'm not messing with Amber. You finna go to the corner. You finna go to the corner. Okay. Y'all finna go to the corner. Do not push Amber Love up to say these things in the comment. Amber. Amber, don't do this. Amber, go to the corner. Just go to the corner. Amber, I don't even know what his girlfriend looked like. Boy, y'all wilding out up in here. Tony, I agree. What you agree with, Maria? Because Amber Love, boy, she done got investors in the comments. What you agree with? Amber Love, come on with it. Come on. All right, Vessels. It's been 1 hour and 40 minutes. I only want to have y'all on here for 40 minutes. Now, listen, I know y'all ain't gonna do it. But because it's me and I enjoyed it, I'm going to throw this link up out here if y'all want to join the stage. If not, I know y'all ain't going to do it. I just know y'all ain't going to. I know y'all ain't going to want to do it. But I'm going to throw this link up out here to see if y'all want to go ahead and join this platform just one time, just to see if you want to say anything on your chest, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever you want to say. If you want to join me or not, I already know the Vestals ain't going to do it. About Kate, yeah. Okay, yeah. Exactly, for the sabotage, yeah. That's okay. Kevin Stefanski, he doesn't have a quarterback right now. Nothing against Michael Penix, because he did come out recently. I don't know if it was yesterday's article or this article. Oh yeah, Kevin Penix is in the building. Oh yeah, he's ready to work. He's ready to do that. So he's speaking nicely on Michael Penix. But we already know, he said this weeks ago when he got hired, he's not committed on Michael Penix. He said, I'm not going to commit to Michael Penix. That man just said that a few weeks ago. Now he's saying, oh, yeah, Michael Penix in the building. Oh, yeah, he's doing this. Oh, we can't get ready. I told you this man is a narcissist. Let me go ahead and clear my board, because I know no Vestas going to come up here. So let me go ahead and get all this out of here. But just in case. But go ahead, Coach Prime. You showed out. And the NFL knows it. They know who Coach Prime is. They look like, oh my Donna, don't join in, Donna, don't join in. Now, if DG is practice throwing the ball as much as he's, oh my God, why did I read that right there? You know what? I'm gonna screen y'all comments before I put them on the screen. Now y'all got me screening the comments before I even put them on the screen. So, I will put this one out here. Yes, sounds like sabotage 101. Yes. Oh my gosh, y'all got me screening the chats now. Blind, but who's doing TikTok video? I hope Dillon Gabriel is not doing TikTok videos. Amber Love, you know what? I'm gonna leave you right here. I'm gonna leave this live right here. Vestas, thank you so much for the night. I just wanted to go ahead and give you my commentary and my opinion. Hold on, y'all. Before I leave, who is this gentleman here? Who is this gentleman here? Amber Love, he called out your name, Faith. You know him, he know y'all. Who is this gentleman? Who is this gentleman right here? He said he's going up to who is Andre Bradford? He said he's going up to practice. Oh Lord, I had it for so much. Let's see where is it? Because if he has any inside, I would love to talk to him one day. Where's that? He said he's going up to spring practice, him and Rob, tomorrow. Let's see his name, Andrew. Where's that chat at? I would love to talk to him one day. Matter of fact, Vestas, I would love to talk to any of y'all. Justine, full of confidence and knowledge. Slim 081. Beautiful people, beautiful Vestas. No other Vestas want to talk to me. It's okay. And then we also had Den Danny. Den Danny showed out last night. Where is that comment from Andrew? Okay, well, y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh God, now I can't find the comment. But Andrew, hey, if you where's that comment, y'all? Andrew, are you still in the room? Andrew Bradford, are you still in the room? He called out Love and Beloved and Faith. Y'all must be in other chats together. But he said he's heading up to practice, spring practice tomorrow. So if that is the case, Andrew, please be safe on the roads up there in the mountain range around the curves. Please drive safe. And since y'all are investors, everyone in the chat, please wish him and all the other investors to the left and the right of you, be safe out here in this world, on the roads, highways, planes, trains, and automobiles. Okay, investors? So I enjoyed you tonight, investors. I didn't want to keep you that long, and I'm gonna let you go, okay? Because it was 3 hours last night, but 3 hours plus last night. So investors, until next time, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we stay vested up here 365 degrees.